Oh,
Echoes.
Oh boy, this is kind of fun. Hello. I'm wondering if that did anything. I'm really not sure. Uh, if this is getting picked up like at all. There's not really a serious like deal here for showing what's going in and out here. Wow. Okay. Well, that's a relief. I had this all working prior, and as you can see, I'm wearing a blue shirt. So now you've got the background. Isn't that great? Um, well, I think that's going to be edited out in post. Thank you very much, Dungeon Minister, for letting me know about that. Um, that was definitely a thing that happened. Uh, I'm actually gonna have to try and figure out how to turn that off. uh, I had this all going in a kind of a test area, and I didn't think it was gonna get that bad. Like it was going. The chroma keyed shirt, right? Mm. Well, say hey, thanks for your help. I appreciate it, and enjoy your game with your boys there, Dungeon Minister. I appreciate you stepping in and helping out. At least now for after 20 minutes of debacle here, we can maybe get down to painting. But I really do appreciate the help there. Let's see here. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and actually get to painting for tonight's stream, which is important. And I was originally I had a nice into bedtime. There you have it. There you have it. Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans. We got a base here for our red dragon miniature, which I had on the separate camera all ready to go, and it looks like it was just having some serious feedback issues. Not really sure how to prevent that, but I'll look into it for the future. Um, sure thing. Yeah, lurk away, lurk away. You deserve it. I should probably send you some money for your services tonight. I'm gonna get our little egg boy here. I'm gonna get that. We have a little hatchling guy that we've got. I'm gonna get him on an armature so we can paint him tonight too, and that's what we're gonna do. Um, so let me get that ready to go. I'll show you how I'm creating that here in just a minute. Yeah, it sure is. They're dungeon minister, but it's friends like you that keep me going, and not overly worried about myself. So here we have our armature, a nice cork from some type vintage, some hot glue, and our egg boy. Um, so we'll be putting him in the spray booth there for safekeeping for now, or her. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. all those technical difficulties. Um, if you as I was saying, but not being, not really transmitting. Dungeon Delver has a really cool thing going on right now for Gary Gygax's birthday, the guy that kind of brought you Dungeons and Dragons, and he was a co-creator on that thing, I guess. And um, he's having a birthday celebration over on his stream. I'm usually not one to, like, point people in another direction, but you should definitely pop in there because he's got Heidi and Eric, some family members of the late Gary Gygax, on his stream. So if you're in the future, go check out the replay. If you're in the present, which there's just the wonderful dungeon minister in the chat right now. But yeah, definitely have a look at that. It's pretty cool. I was originally watching a little bit of that right before my stream went live, which is why I picked 7:15 over 7 o'clock. With that being said, we're gonna get to painting. And I'm down to just one camera now using this StreamYard thing, as it currently sits. So next stream I'll have that all worked out so we can do camera switching and not have to worry about repositioning camera live. But we're gonna do it anyways right now. So I apologize for that, but I'm gonna have to reset my tripod here and get everything wrapped up and ready to go for you. There we go. Just a little bangy, bangy, clatter, clatter. But we're doing it. That's for sure. There we go. There's that tripod leg. Here we are. Here we are. Right back into our paint booth, where we like to paint the minis. Very nice. Very nice. Right about there will work, I think. He thinks. Just about. All right. So I think first up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have that guy do its thing. We're gonna go ahead and probably bop some tunes here, just to calm the blood pressure a little bit. Gotta bring that back down. I think I probably had it spike really high for about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna stress ball need our favorite masking tool, the silly putty, to mask up the floor bits, and then we're gonna do up some gold, and you'll get to see how some metallics are done with an airbrush. So that sounds fun. I'm gonna go ahead and let some music play here.
back to us when our happiness, our first kiss, just happened to be free. Like a beautiful tree.
Plan B. All right, we're going to toss dark neutral gray down on the floor tiles. We're going to do warm gray over the top as a highlight. Actually, I lied. I think we're going to use transparent black to toss in the cracks and crevices. Wow, did this get kid-like music real quick? I guess that's what you get with just random tunes. A bit more contrast there now. Let's see here. I'm going to take some warm gray and we're going to spray it over that and find out if we can get just enough opacity to leave that out. I'm actually going to set you up to the side. Couple of drops of flow improver in the pot just to get a little flow on the needle. Drop some paint here. cleaning out the brush here before we go on to our next layer. I'm gonna spice it up a bit with a little black green. This is gonna add in a little color to our stone, by keeping it all dark colors. Just gonna handshake this for now. I don't think I've opened this paint either. By the way, welcome to whoever just joined us for our mini painting bonanza here. We're on over here on Paint Minis Live. We're working on Bill Sylvie's Grenadier Red Dragon. Tonight, let me show you that. So this is what we've been working so hard on. This dragon here, and that's its base. All right. So yeah, doing some stonework stuff here. Going to be adding in some black green by Monument Hobbies here. It's kind of the only paint I like to use around here because it just flows so well through the airbrush. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, this is a base for that dragon, and I want to do it up well. So when I first started this project, it's the wrong model. When I first started this project, hey, how's it going, James? You missed all the technical difficulties. So you know what? You came in at a great time. It's probably for the best. But I'm just getting through what I need to get the airbrush to cooperate, and then we're on to spraying some green. We're just gonna start that over. So I'll do another show off of the completed mini here in a little bit. It's basically done. Just got a couple extra touch-up pieces to do on it, and then it's out the door once the accessories here are done. It's out the door and on its way back to its home in Bill Sylvie's Dungeon Delver studio. So I'm excited to hear what he's got to say about it when he gets it. Hope he's going to be happy with the paint job. Hey, I appreciate it. I kind of been working through it. Like, it's been a little bit difficult, like trying to learn all this stuff really quickly, but I've been trying to tackle it step by step, and we're using StreamYard tonight instead of our usual OBS, which is probably why you see a lot of new things on there, but still some kinks to work out there. I appreciate that everybody's bearing with me. Um, did you happen to catch any of Bill's conversation with some of the Gygax family over there? That seemed pretty cool. I'm just really not spraying too much of this green around. Let's just select areas and doing really small amounts here and there. Just adding back a little bit of color to this so that it doesn't look totally flat gray. And just little places here and there. So we end up with a bit more character to it. Didn't really like that. A little bit of overspray there. Oh, that's all right. It's where all the moss built up or something. So now we've got some nice green hues. Hey, how's it going, Todd? Good to see you. Yeah, doing the base tonight. Yeah, you guys should go check that out and come back when you can. I mean, he's got a big old celebration planned over there at the dungeon. I'm usually not one to send people away, but like it's pretty cool. You know, he's able to get some of the family members, you know, some of these big shots out there, in the field, up for a little chit chat. Um, So if you want to go and check it out, you won't hurt my feelings. To be honest, like little pieces of history that guy's got going over there, kind of cool, kind of cool. Um, but then come back here and check this out, because I'm gonna be pulling out all the stops on my stonework tricks that I have developed over eons, over the ages. Oh, as I just totally missed the cup there. Checking chat out. I hope everybody's doing well on this Thursday evening. Um, James, I got your information in there, but the best looking the best looking link I could put in there was for the Lulu site. I hope you don't mind. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool beans. Cool beans. Well, people know where to find your stuff over there, and you were out at Wally World today, huh, Todd? That place is like going to the gym and then walking out with merchandise. Oh, I need this. It's all the way on the other side of the store, and the store is like 4 blocks long. So get ready for a trek. That's always fun. I'm gonna try and find me some. What else are we gonna put in this? We got green. Do We'll get us some yellow green, kind of staying in that green color palette, but this is going to be like just very sparse amounts of this color. It's very much so one of those use only a little bit kind of colors. Then it's time to tackle the metallics, and that's going to be very interesting. Let's see here. I'm not sure if we're getting any rain tonight, but in the off chance that we do, we had a pretty good thunderstorm roll by. What day was that? That was, I think, night before last. So if I happen to zip out, you guys know what happened. So we got that guy in the cup. This is a very unique colored green. It's almost like the essence of maybe some kind of lime color. Very, very interesting color it's got there. I'm just checking on my glove to find out what it's going to do over this gray. And just how little I have to put on there to get it to do what I want it to. But we'll do a full-on green test over here. You can kind of tell the shade that we're working with. 45 minutes. All right. What do you know? Hey, thanks for coming, B. Sarah's my supporter as always. Over here. Go. Just adding little extra bits of hue in there to make this really kind of reek of old stones. It's almost like a camo type pattern you're ending up with there. But there's our classic dungeon tile green flagstones. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and rewash the cracks again. Just going to rinse the color cup out here. Might have to actually go and get some more water. Go. Next coat that's gonna be up to bat is we're just basically down to a brush now for the rest of this. To be 100% honest. Nice, nice. Okay. Cool beans. Gonna be using a little transparent green on the thanks B, appreciate it. We're gonna be using a little bit of transparent green on the little like interconnecting stones, kind of make them look make them pop out a bit more. I think Todd, that might have been your idea, was doing green, some kind of green deal on this. Just gonna take a little dab of that. Water going with this. There we go. Little extra coverage never hurts anyone. My hope's that when this dries, it's going to dry so that the gray still pokes out behind it. And we get a nice kind of, you can already see it start to happen over here with these smaller bits. Basically what I'm looking for right there. Nice. I'm going to go break out a bit of a smaller brush. We're going to do a little bit of extra shadow work. So how's everybody's Thursday night? It's always a fun part of the week. We're all itching to get to Friday. Does anybody have any good plans for the weekend that they're doing? Anything super fun and tasty? So we're gonna pop the contrast level up by like about 1.5 million. We're gonna go straight black for the shadows here. can already start to see just how much more that's adding to the base piece. It's kind of nice watching. It's kind of nice watching something finally come together. Like you start a project, you're like, man, how am I ever gonna get this done? And then you start nibbling away at it. Eventually, you end up with something you created from your mind's eye. That'll blow you away. It's a wonderful thing. The way that I'm kind of filling in these shadows, I'm treating the brush almost like a pin lining brush. If you've ever seen those for like automotive work, they're really really long and they're very very flexible. And like doing pinstriping on a car, yeah, pinstriping, that's what it's called. So when I get the brush into the groove, I'll push down on it quite a bit and it'll stay well within that groove while I kind of move it around and eventually find an exit to bring it out of where it'll deposit all that paint in these small grooves, kind of like a pinstripe on a car. And the brush will actually like bow. I'm sorry, I kind of have this set up at maybe a bad angle, but I'll show you here with just this one. So I'm pushing, and the brush tip is bending with the groove until I find that exit, and then it just comes right up. And I'm left with a really nice, clean, dark line. This is a little harder technique on your brush than what I'd usually recommend, but I'm really kind of trying to hit that nice, clean lined look. So I'm sacrificing a little bit of durability for it. So now I'm kind of just getting down to the final cracks and crevices, the ones that are big enough for the brush to fit into. I'm going after. I'm not working with the most detailed brush I have, but for the most part, you can get away with. I kind of stick to the rule of whatever the largest size brush you can get away from. That way, you get really nice, clean deposits of paint on your mini. because the smaller the brush size you go, the more you have to worry about reloading it more often. The paint will actually dry on the brush faster. And adding this black to these cracks is just bringing out a lot of that extra work that we did with the other colors. It's all about the contrast game. Mixing different spectrums of colors and so on and so forth. I'm not an absolute master at it, but once you kind of start to figure it out, you know. And there you have it. Some nice cobblestone, flagstone, whatever you want to call it. I think I actually missed a crack here. And that's your not woodworking, your cobblestone tutorial right there. A couple different shades of green, and some. I'm not sure. That's a good question. There, Todd. I'm finding out that I'm a little bit behind on the technology side myself, so I have no clue. Dungeon Minister could probably attest to this, but I had some serious echoes going on earlier in the stream that were just debilitating. I couldn't figure out how to get rid of them. I mean, eventually I did because I'm talking to you, but it was just wild. I'm happy that it ended up getting resolved, but still, it was kind of nuts. All right. So we can call that good right there where it is. Now it's just on to metallics. So we're doing gold for our metallics, which means we got to start with yellow. Going to be using a warm yellow for this. I'm not even certain I'm going to worry about overspray with this. Just because I don't want to... I mean, I guess I could mask this up somehow. I was trying to do that earlier, but... Yeah, I did. Leave it up to the Dungeon Minister to sling the one-liners in the chat here. Did you ever, like, at one point in time consider a career in comedy, Dungeon Minister? Because I've heard some seriously great one-liners on your videos and whatnot that just had me on the floor for a while. That was all great, clean nerd humor. That's a talent. That's a talent, my friend. I'm just going to cover up the majority of the coins. I'm not really seeking to get an entire masking on them right now, just because it's going to take forever. I just want to get the majority of them in there so that I know that I'm not going to cover over the kind of cobblestoney stone effect we did with whatever we do next. So no, that's a terrifying prospect. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose. That's I can understand that. I can totally understand that. Indeed, it is putty time. Luckily, we didn't have to use all of it. So let's watch some gray turn to gold. Like we'll do some strange alchemy on the show. Oh yeah, for sure, man. The silly putty trick, I it's a wonderful masking technique. And I can't remember where I picked that up. I think it was somewhere here on the YouTubes. Um but it was a game changer. If you ever have to spray paint anything too, like just toss some silly putty, any kind of atomized paint that you throw at something. It's absolutely perfect for doing that. I wouldn't recommend it for dry brushing though, or like any other procedures like that. But highly recommend if you ever need to spray paint something and just got to cover a certain area, grab yourself a toothpick or something, poke it into the area that you need it to be in, and you can get yourself really nice results really quickly. In this case, I'm doing just the majority of these gold coins in this yellow, so I don't necessarily need I don't need to do all of them right now. I can come back and do the same procedure with a brush, and it'll be just fine. Um, on the ones that are more towards the areas we just worked on, but it just saves me from dealing with any kind of overspray issues or whatever have you. How long does silly putty last? Forever, literally forever. I think it's a petroleum-based product, so if you buy one, use it forever. I mean, all you got to do. I've used this. It is probably more paint than putty, but it kind of stays whatever this color is, and you can just re-knead it into itself, and somehow it just continues to stay putty for forever and ever. Amen. Um, yeah, that's your typical. Looks like I've got a little tip dry going here on my airbrush. And with that, I just kind of gently wipe the needle off with a sponge. It's a very careful procedure. I with any kind of airbrush, you want to be really delicate of the needle. Newspaper ink lifting. Oh, okay, yeah, for the putty, for sure. Yeah, I could. Yep. The little half shell egg. it's not actually airtight, but I mean, I've had this for years now. Oh, that's right. That was another thing you could do with it. Man, I am out of the loop. We're just having ourselves a little bit of a malfunction here, I believe. I'm not sure what's going on with the. There we go. Now we're kind of cooking. I think there was maybe a bit of a clog going on, but you can kind of see the shade of yellow we're going for here. And a nice advantage with the airbrush is the fact that once you start going with it, you can build up these layers pretty quick. You'll kind of see it change its hue here as we go around it, try and hit all these coins. Yeah, I suppose. I guess I do with the silly putty. I guess I do kind of work and knead it out pretty often. It's getting used quite a bit, that's for sure. Almost every project I break it out just because I'm usually right on the airbrush for whatever I'm doing. Um, it just speeds everything up so fast. I can get so much more work done with kind of brushless results. But, there's no brush lines or anything on these coins, so you don't have to slap paint on it. That so she is pretty wet right now. Um, so we're gonna maybe let that sit a moment because it's pretty wet. It's been building up pretty well, but I think I maybe overdid it just a hair, just a hair on the flow improver part of it. So it'll dry out pretty quick. Um, I'm just gonna dump that out since it's too thin. Go back at it again. The airbrush also allows you to turn, you know, a drop or two of paint into a lot more like square footage, so to speak. It'll do that for you. But it would appear as though I'm out of water. So I'm probably gonna need to grab some more here so that I can actually clean this bad boy out. in between layers. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go pillage the sink. All right. So this should be a fun editing post. By the way, Dungeon Minister, say I was wondering how did the game go with your boy? Did you guys have a good time? Like, can I get the insider scoop prior to the main release at all? I sent RPG Grandma's paints out the other day too. Can't wait for her to get those and see what she thinks of them. It's been running this. Okay, yeah, we're gonna put that up on the board. See, you gotta love kids' imagination. Uh, you know, it's what a beautiful thing. What it really is. And like, I know there's some like older folks who can, you know, kind of re-grasp that, but man, when it is fresh, it is just fun and and so like vibrant. Just ideas that you know we live so so deeply rooted in our reality because it's what we know when we get older. You know, the sky is blue because it's blue, but to a kid, it's anything, and it's just fun. It's absolutely fun. Um, so you were storming castle. took a growth potion to get the doors open. All right, and then you got some NPCs who are tagging along. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Got some super cool hirelings, like uh, like the really cool ones. And it's kind of nice that he does that for you too. I know you kind of DM the family game night, so being able to take a break from that and play must be kind of nice. And you know, a little extra bonding time never hurts ever. So I can see that being a really cool thing. And the memories too. You're making some like crazy awesome memories. These kids are never gonna forget Honeywood. That'll stay around for a very, very long time in their memories. Well, I'm just gonna start dropping things all over my desk. There we go. An elf, two kobolds, host of Gith, Yankee, and Zari. Wow, you have yeah, and spiders. Oh my, that sounds like a pretty insane posse of folks there, all getting up and going adventuring. Sounds like a grand old time. Is it mostly just like randomized quests kind of thing? Like, you know, you're part of a guild or whatever, or has he got some kind of larger overarching story plot for you to go and do? Have you been fighting a specific person or something? Sorry, just doing a little mechanical maintenance here. Found a clog in my airbrush that needed to be addressed. Oh, okay. All right. You are on a quest for sure. Wow. All right. Getting getting some dragon shards, huh? I do not currently have a campaign going at the moment, but come Saturday, I very well might have that campaign start. So we shall see what happens of that. Um, I don't necessarily plan to make that a something I record here on YouTube because that's not really my mo here. But um, I'm definitely willing to share the deets should somebody be interested. Oh yeah. Um, I've got some good plans going for it. I've kind of started on an initial story arc for the big bad. So I think I'm well on my way to having what I need to have in order to get them ready and going. Um, Mainly just want them to try out other systems besides just the Dungeons and Dragons. You know, Dungeons and Dragons is really good, but I really would like them to have the experience of. Uh, oh, I'm gonna be DMing that one, the campaign there. They've never played a role playing game before, so there's something really stuck up in there. I might just have to do some maintenance tonight and call the stream good there. I think I maybe there's some chunked up paint that's gotten really stuck in the needle cap. There's a small cap that the needle runs into at the edge here, and sometimes that it's really sensitive. You can get it gunked up really good. Um, and I think it's just kind of gotten to that point where I have neglected it so horribly because I've got plenty of paint in there and none of it's coming out. I think I'm going to be able to inch it along maybe. There we go. Starting to work through its problems. So hey, Dungeon Minister, when is Honeywood Part 2 coming out? I know I keep asking you over and over again, but I'm pretty insatiable for it, man. Can't wait to see what's going on with that battle. All right, I think that's just about as much as we're gonna get out of you. Yeah. There you go. Do you find editing your videos kind of cathartic, or I think that's the right term, kind of relaxing in its own busy work kind of way? That's kind of how I feel about painting. It's very relaxing in a busy work sort of way that I find enjoyable. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Right. Sure, sure. Yeah, it's kind of uh a tinkerer's challenge. There you have it. Okay. Well, say I look forward to seeing it, and have as much fun as you can with the editing process. Um, we'll see you back here next time. I'm about to wrap it up too. I don't think I think I've got to do a deep clean on this. There's maybe a piece of primer stuck in the nozzle here. So um, I'll just unmask this real quick so we can take a quick look-sees on the entire piece before I log off here. So that's our lovely little cash pile on some flagstones for tonight. Anywho, I think I'm out of here too. Thanks for watching. If you stumble across this video in the future, I'm sure I'll have it edited. But thanks for bearing with me. I look forward to playing around with StreamYard a little bit more in the future. I've been your host, Bill T for Paint Minis Live. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for coming, and we will see you in the next stream. I'll make sure to have that up here by tomorrow when I'm going to be live next. Thank you very much, and have a good night.